Hey guys, Roni here from Greenlight Bites, and I am doing a video this week, semi-childless. The kindergartner is in kindergarten, and I just thought for this week's video I want to do something really quick and easy, and I just don't really want to entertain a 5-year-old. However, tomorrow I shall be 27 weeks, so we are not completely alone. I'm feeling pretty good on the pregnancy. Lots of late night snack attacks. And one of the things that I've been experimenting with lately is this concept of a single serve cake. There are like so many times where, you know, you want to bake muffins or you want to bake cookies, but you don't want to be stuck with a whole batch because if you are in a family situation like mine, you're married to a husband who doesn't like baked goods, so you tend to eat them all yourself. Or you maybe live alone, or you only want something just for you, and you don't want to have the leftovers around the house. So last week, or a few days ago, I posted my initial idea, which was a single serve upside down, like a pineapple upside down cake. And I only had 1 can of pineapple, and then I really wanted to make it again. And I thought, what else can I use? And so my brain's already going, you know, we could do apple, we could do whatever. But I wanted to give you kind of one more twist on this idea using clementines, which are super plentiful right now. And I keep buying boxes. And the little guy, he comes and goes with them. It's like he'll want to eat them and not, and then I'm stuck with all these clementines. So this is just like kind of a fun way to use a clementine up. You know, of course they're great on their own, but in a little cake they're even better. So the idea here is we're going to make like a sweet honey-based vegan, it's got nothing in it but almond milk and some honey and some whole wheat flour. And we're going to use the clementine as our major flavor giver. So I am actually going to, I have a zester here. I'm actually going to zest the clementine just like I would an orange. And you got to be careful when you do it with a clementine because the skin is much thinner. So you're really just going to kind of go around just once the whole thing and then look for spots that you didn't already hit. You don't have to get tons, just a little bit that's going to go into the batter to kind of carry that flavor a little bit from the clementine into the actual cake part of this. And this idea is super simple. I kind of even fear calling it a cake. It's really not a cake. It's more just like a dessert, an individual dessert. So I'm going to go around and do this. If you don't have one of these zester things, which my trusty mother-in-law got for me a couple Christmases ago, she also got me this awesome green maternity shirt just for videos. How cool is that? But if you don't have a zester, you can use a cheese grater and just get a little bit that way. Or even, I don't know if you will be able to do a potato peeler on a clementine because the skin is so thin. But you can even try like a potato peeler and then mince it up on a cutting board. That would work too. Okay, so I'll show you what I got in there. I could probably do this more, but I don't want to bore you with my zesting. So just get as much as you can. And my clementine's getting oily. Don't do what I did last time and peel it and then remember that I want to do the zest. Then have to zest another one. And then eat it. So anyway, I'll show you this. Just a little bit in there, you guys see? And it smells just like a clementine. It's delicious. Alright, so with that in there, we're going to put that to the side for a minute. I'm going to make my individual cake in this, I believe it's actually a ceramic dip bowl, but I use this as my all-purpose little bowl. You can use a ramekin. You can even use a coffee mug if you wanted to. That would probably work. But this fits fine. It's the same size as a ramekin, but it's just not. It doesn't have as high as a high side. But find something along the lines of this, and you're going to spray it with. I forgot to do this last time. It was a disaster. Spray it with a little nonstick spray because the cake has no fat in it, so it's not going to. You need something to get it out of the pan nicely. And then peel the clementine that you just zested. And we're going to put slices on the bottom of our ramekin. Now you could do a pretty design or just layer it in there. I found last time I tried to make like a sunburst. It kind of worked. I'll probably do the same thing today. Whatever doesn't fit, you could save it and keep it raw to put on top, or you can just eat it like I will. But just take your sections and then just place them in there. I'm going to try to do a sunburst again. And I'll show you. Yeah, my pieces are like just slightly too big. But I'll show you what I, hold on here. Of course, I'm like a perfectionist, so. And I'm using just a little bit over half of the Clementine. Again, you could put them in there in any design you want. It doesn't really matter. Actually, I'm probably gonna layer them differently now that I said that. So I can try to squish in a couple more. I mean, the idea is to have them on the top and have them like we did on the pineapple. All right, so I just squished in a few more. So that's what the bottom of my ramekin looks like. I won't eat it. I just wanted to eat it. All right, so now the batter part. So in the same bowl that I've zested, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of whole wheat flour. You can use whole wheat white. You can use whole wheat. I'm just using actual real whole wheat for this. I'm not trying to make a real big fluffy thing or anything like that. It's only for me. I'm not trying to impress anybody. And I kind of like the texture of the whole wheat. So 3 tablespoons of whole wheat flour is 23 grams. And I'm over a little bit. Let me put that back. And I don't, if you notice, I don't measure, I weigh. And when you're dealing with this small amounts, you probably want to weigh. You probably always want to weigh, but anyway, that's another thing. And to that, I'm going to add baking powder, because we do need something to help us make it rise. And I'm going to do a 1/4 teaspoon. If you're a little bit extra on that, it's okay. I tend to do like heaping 1/4 teaspoons. All right, so we're going to mix that up. So it's our zest, our flour, and our baking powder. And that's our dry ingredients. And then to that, we are going to add a tablespoon of honey. In the upside down pineapple, I used half a tablespoon of honey and half a tablespoon of molasses because I kind of wanted that darker sweetness that the molasses adds. But for this, I wanted a little lighter. So I'm only going to use honey. I closed it because I thought I wanted half, but I want a full. A tablespoon of honey is 21 grams. So again, I'm weighing instead of measuring. It's much easier, cleaner, and uses less utensils. I find. Okay, that's one more little drop there. 21 grams. And then 2 tablespoons of almond milk. I'm an almond milk fan. You could use skim, that would work fine. But if you wanted to keep it vegan, soy would probably work. I haven't tried it though. But this is our liquid. So 1 tablespoon. This I do measure. Liquid stuff I measure. With a spoon, I mean. Not by weight. Okay. That's really it. That's our batter. I'm just going to stir it up, and I'll show you what it looks like as I kind of stir it up. But it's going to form this really nice, consistent batter. It's going to smell a little bit like Clementine, sweetened with the honey. And it's just enough for one. All right, that's it. If you guys can see it. Oh, trying to get the light in there. It's just a nice little batter. So we are going to now pour this right on top of our, can you guys see? Yeah, right on top of our clementines. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I do have the oven preheated to 350. Now, if you had a toaster oven, that would even be better, because I kind of feel bad wasting all the energy in the oven to make this little cake. So a toaster oven would probably be better, but this will work. Growing up, I always had a toaster oven, and I never bought one when I was an adult. I don't know why. All right, so scrape out as much as you can from here. There we go. And then you may have to spread it around to get into all the nooks of the clementine slices. Of course, you can taste. All right, so this is what it looks like pre-baking. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm going to bake it for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm finding closer to 20 actually anymore. So I will be back in 20 minutes to show you the final individual single serve Clementine vegan cake. Is that enough descriptors for you? All right, I'll see you guys in 20 minutes after this bakes up. I am back. Here is our cake. Check it out. It smells like honey. It's so good. Okay, it smells good anyway. All right, so I have, oh, I lost it. I took a toothpick, and, oh, here it is. I took a toothpick, and first of all, I baked it for 20 minutes. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. I baked it for 20 minutes. Toothpick should come out clear. And then I ran around the edges with the toothpick just to help release it a little bit. And I'm going to release it and unveil the cake. Ready? Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Oh, come on out there, buddy. Ah! There it is. Okay. A little bit left in there. See, you really need the nonstick spray. Oh, it smells like cooked oranges. And some people like, so it's kind of like, oh, it's kind of like a sunburst. I'm going to see that. And my idea was a little bit of whipped cream just to make it look pretty. Because there's, I don't know, sometimes cooked oranges, not so pretty. So just a little bit right in the middle. Well, maybe I should have cleaned my top of my thing up. Oh, we'll make it work. There we go. Just a little bit right in the middle. How cute is that? Actually, I think I might pause and take a picture before I take a bite. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully one of those pictures will come out so I can use it for the website. But as you can see, too, it's still a little warm, so my whipped cream is melting a little bit, too. And I was, like, snapping pictures frantically. Anyway. It smells good. I keep saying oranges, but you know what I mean, the clementines. You could use an orange. I don't see why not. I'm going to take a bite of this. I mean, a piece and show you what the inside looks like. Now, it's like I said, don't think about it like a real cake. Okay, it's a fun, gooey dessert. Hold on. I'm trying to, so you can see the middle. Get that orange. So I got a bite of orange in there. But can you see, I mean, the cake holds up pretty well. You can see the outside of it. It's nice and kind of spongy. Let me see what it tastes like. I really like it. It's sweet. I mean, there's a whole tablespoon of honey in there. So it's definitely sweet. And then you got the orange, if you really like that baked orange taste. God, I'm out of breath. The pregnancy is doing me in here. Let me see if I can get a bite so you can see the middle. There we go. That one might work. There we go. So that's what the middle looks like. Gooey's might not be the right word. I don't know. Gooey really is the right. I don't know. I can't describe the texture. It's not really good for a food blogger to be able not to describe the texture. Let me take another bite and just see. No, gooey's the right word. It's gooey. See the middle? Delicious. It's delicious. I don't know if I like this one or the pineapple one better. Or equally. I think the next one I'll try is apple. So anyway, as you see, I'm going to enjoy this. Single serve, no leftovers, just for you. When you really want to treat something kind of at the, in the middle of the night, instead of raiding your pantry and grabbing the bags of chips or generic duplex cookies, make something that's slightly healthier, slightly lighter, and just as, I would say even more satisfying. And it takes 20 minutes in the oven. I let this one cool about 15 minutes before I showed it to you. You don't have to wait for it to cool that much. You can eat it straight out of the oven. I've done it. All right, I'm going to go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope that gives you some ideas for some single-serve desserts. I will see you soon.